Hey everybody, welcome to my channel Additional Source Income. Today we're going to go over part 1 of 2 on the topic Bitcoin. Make sure to watch until the end as I will be going over the common misconceptions about Bitcoin. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest videos. Introduction. In the ever-evolving landscape of digital finance, Bitcoin has emerged as a game changer. This revolutionary cryptocurrency, shrouded in mystery and created by an anonymous figure known as Satoshi Nakamoto, has captivated the attention of investors and tech enthusiasts alike. With its decentralized nature and innovative blockchain technology, Bitcoin offers a new frontier for secure and borderless transactions. So, what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin, often referred to as a digital gold, is a decentralized digital currency that operates on a peer-to-peer network without the need for a central authority or government. It was introduced in a 2008 white paper by Satoshi Nakamoto, whose true identity remains unknown to this day. Bitcoin is based on a technology called blockchain, a distributed ledger that records all transactions across multiple computers, ensuring transparency and security. Bitcoin can be thought of as a digital cash that exists purely in a digital form. It can be used to buy goods and services online or be held as an investment. Unlike traditional fiat currencies, such as the US dollar or the euro, Bitcoin is not controlled by any central bank or government. This decentralized nature is one of the key features that sets Bitcoin apart from traditional currencies. Bitcoin is often compared to gold due to its scarcity and limited supply. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins in existence, which makes it a deflationary asset. This scarcity has contributed to its increase in value over time, with many investors seeing it as a hedge against inflation and a store of value. The history of Bitcoin. The inception of Bitcoin can be traced back to 2008 when Satoshi Nakamoto published a document titled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. This document introduced the concept of Bitcoin and the underlying technology known as blockchain. In 2009, the Bitcoin network officially launched with the mining of its first block, often referred to as the Genesis block. During its early stages, Bitcoin garnered interest primarily from a small community of technology enthusiasts and individuals advocating for libertarian ideals. These early adopters saw Bitcoin as a means to challenge and disrupt the existing financial system. As word spread about the potential of Bitcoin, its value began to increase, catching the attention of a broader audience. As time went on, Bitcoin started to gain traction beyond its initial niche community. More and more people began to recognize the advantages and possibilities that Bitcoin offered. This growing interest led to the surge in demand, driving up the price and further fueling mainstream curiosity. The history of Bitcoin is characterized by its journey from obscurity to prominence. What started as an idea, outlined in a white paper, has evolved into a global phenomenon that has revolutionized the way we perceive and interact with money. With each passing year, Bitcoin continues to make strides towards widespread acceptance and adoption, solidifying its place in the world of finance and technology. One of the most common significant events in Bitcoin's history was the creation of the Silk Road, an online marketplace that operated on the dark web. The Silk Road facilitated anonymous transactions using Bitcoin and became notorious for its involvement in illegal activities. The shutdown of the Silk Road by the FBI in 2013 brought Bitcoin into the spotlight and raised concerns about its use in illicit activities. Over the years, Bitcoin has experienced extreme price volatility. In 2017, the price reached an all-time high of nearly $20,000, only to crash down to around $3,000 the following year. Despite these price fluctuations, Bitcoin has continued to gain acceptance and has become a mainstream investment option. How does Bitcoin work? Bitcoin operates on a peer-to-peer network where transactions are verified by network participants known as miners. Miners use powerful computers to solve complex mathematical problems, which in turn validate and record transactions on the blockchain. This process is called mining, and miners are rewarded with newly minted Bitcoins for their efforts. When a user wants to send Bitcoin, they create a transaction and broadcast it to the network. Miners collect these transactions and include them in a block. They then compete to solve a mathematical puzzle, and the first miner to find the solution adds the block to the blockchain. Once added, the transaction is considered confirmed and cannot be reversed. The use of cryptography ensures the security of Bitcoin transactions. Each transaction is signed with a unique digital signature which verifies the authenticity and integrity of the transaction. This cryptographic signature prevents tampering and ensures that only the intended recipient can access the funds. Bitcoin transactions are pseudonyms, meaning that while the transaction details are recorded on the blockchain, the identities of the sender and recipient remain anonymous. However, it is important to note that Bitcoin transactions are not entirely anonymous, as it is possible to trace the flow of funds on the blockchain. The benefits of using Bitcoin. Bitcoin offers several benefits that differentiate it from traditional payment systems and currencies. Here are some of the key advantages of using Bitcoin. Decentralization. Bitcoin operates on a decentralized network, meaning that no single entity or authority has control over the currency. This eliminates the need for intermediaries such as banks and reduces the risk of censorship or manipulation. Security. Bitcoin transactions are secured by cryptography, making them highly secured. The use of a decentralized blockchain also ensures transparency and prevents fraud and double spending. Low transaction fees. Compared to traditional payment systems, Bitcoin transactions typically have lower fees. This is essentially because for cross-border transactions where the traditional method can be expensive and time-consuming. Global accessibility. Bitcoin can be accessed and used by anyone with an internet connection irrespective of their location. This makes it an ideal solution for individuals in countries with limited banking infrastructure or unstable economies. Inflation protection. Due to its limited supply, Bitcoin is considered a hedge against inflation. Unlike fiat currencies that can be printed at will, the scarcity of Bitcoin ensures its value over time. Common misconceptions about Bitcoin. Despite its growing popularity, Bitcoin is still surrounded by a number of misconceptions. Here are a few common myths debunked. Bitcoin is only used for illegal activities. While Bitcoin is gained early notoriety due to its use on platforms like the Silk Road, the majority of Bitcoin transactions are legitimate. Bitcoin is increasingly being accepted by mainstream businesses for online purchases and as a form of investment. Bitcoin is a bubble. Bitcoin's price volatility has led some to believe that it is a speculative bubble waiting to burst. However, it is important to note that Bitcoin has faced multiple price corrections in the past and has consistently recovered and reached new highs. Bitcoin is completely anonymous. While Bitcoin transactions are pseudonyms, meaning that the identities of the sender and recipients are not discovered, it is still possible to trace the flow of funds on the blockchain. Additional privacy measures such as using mixers or privacy-focused cryptocurrencies can be employed to enhance anonymity. Bitcoin has no intrinsic value. Critics argue that Bitcoin has no tangible value since it is not backed by any physical asset. However, Bitcoin's value lies in its scarcity, security, and the trust placed in its underlying technology. Remember to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out more videos from additional source income, money strategies, and much more. Check out my playlist, and I'll see you in the next video.